chocolate s'more cupcakes today. I hope you like them. So for the ingredients, we have 2 cups of granulated sugar, 2 cups of flour, 2 cups of unsweetened cocoa, and you can get any kind of unsweetened cocoa that you want, any brand that you like in particular. 1.5 teaspoons of baking soda, 2 teaspoons of baking powder. And by the way, all of these ingredients are going to be at the bottom of the screen, so that don't worry about taking notes right now. A teaspoon of salt, 2/3 cup of canola oil, 1 cup of milk, 2 eggs, 2 teaspoons of vanilla, and a cup of hot water, which I already boiled here. As soon as I start mixing the ingredients, I'll mix the water in as well. Okay, so let's get started. So for this recipe, we're gonna mix in the dry ingredients before we mix in the wet ingredients. The wet ingredients are gonna be mixed in one at a time, slowly. Okay, so we're gonna put in the baking powder, baking soda, salt, cocoa powder, 2 cups of sugar. That's a lot of sugar, but they're going to be delicious. And then the 2 cups of flour. So we will whisk these in the bowl, making sure that they mix. Let me remove this from here so that I can whisk it. And just when you get it mixed enough to where all the sugar, the chocolate, you know, you start seeing it as far as the chocolate mixing, and you're pretty much done. Give it a little whisk. Okay, so as you can see, it looks like it's pretty well mixed. So we're gonna start adding the wet ingredients. Okay, so we're gonna add the canola oil. And the milk. And we're going to start stirring these together, low setting. Whoa, that was a little rough. Okay, and then once it's in there, we're going to start adding the eggs, 1 egg at a time. Hopefully I can pull this off. Now let me get a spoon. We're gonna let it mix. And we're gonna pour in the 2nd egg. Make sure it's all in there. And then once that's completely mixed, we will add the vanilla extract as well. Now you don't need to overmix the ingredients. So now we're gonna add the hot water, and the hot water is the last thing that you add, only because it's hot and it can actually thicken it. So once it's all evenly mixed, that's when you will add the hot water. And it's only 1 cup. And this is why you wear an apron when you're baking. Okay, as soon as that mixes well, and it has no lumps, we will turn it off. And we will put it in our trays that have already been aligned with the liners. Okay, we'll see you in a minute. Okay everyone, so I've already put in the liners for the cupcakes. The batter looks a little liquidy. Don't worry about that because it's supposed to be that way. It's supposed to be that consistency because of the water that we added at the end. You're gonna fill it 2/3 of the way. Like I said, I normally like to use the 1/4 cup. And I don't completely fill it up all the way. So 2/3 of the way is pretty much the way it's supposed to look. If you fill it up a little higher than that, it most likely, or chances are that your cupcake's gonna overfill, and we don't want it to overfill. I have an example that I will show you when you fill it 2/3 of the way. Let me put this over here, and I will show you the ones that I've already baked. These are the carrot ones. They're cooling down, and this is what it looks like when you do 2/3 of the way. Okay, so we want it to be this consistency so that when you start piping it, you can get it all the way around and it's not gonna look messy because it overfilled. Okay, so we're done filling the liners with the batter. As you can see, it's filled out 2/3 of the way. Now we're gonna put it in the oven. We'll leave it in the oven 15 to 20 minutes depending on your oven settings. Everybody's is different. So let's put it in the oven, and I will see you guys back in 15 minutes. Welcome back, guys. So the chocolate cupcakes are completed. I just put a knife through them, and so nothing came back, which means that they're all done. So for the s'more portion of it, I have marshmallows, and then I have graham crackers. Cinnamon graham crackers are the ones that I like, excuse me. And I'm using a food processor to cut them all up, chop them all up. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna open these. And I can't find my shears. I guess I'll just have to use a knife. So what I do, I grab the marshmallows and I'm gonna put them on top of the cupcakes like this. And this is a process that's gonna take about 4 to 5 minutes depending on the heat in your oven to melt them off, but it's gonna melt and it's gonna look as if you used icing on it. So it's just gonna spread. When it spreads, as soon as it spreads and it starts turning a little bit brown, that's when you're gonna pull them back out. It shouldn't take you longer than 5 to 6 minutes. Anything longer than that is probably gonna burn them. And so you're gonna set that on there, and we're gonna put them back in the oven. Once they're melted, then we're gonna top it off with the shredded or grated graham crackers, and you have your s'mores. So let me finish these, put them in the oven, and I will see you back in a few minutes. Okay, you guys, welcome back. So I've already pulled out the cupcakes, the chocolate cupcakes from the oven, and I've already started the process of grabbing the graham crackers. Okay, so we're cutting them in half, and we're sticking them into the cookie. Okay, and it's gonna stay like that. And here are our s'mores. And you do this before, on these you have to do the marshmallows and the cookies before the marshmallow cools down, or it's not gonna stick to it and it's gonna fall. And so I already did these right here. This was my final product over here. That's what they're gonna look like, and these are the chocolate cupcake s'mores. I did grind a bit of it, of the graham cracker as well, and you can sprinkle some on the top just to give it another look, another feel, and more flavor. And there you have it, chocolate cupcake s'mores. Thank you for watching. All the ingredients are gonna be in the description below. I hope you like the cupcakes. They're really good, really moist, and don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe.